Okay, so it's Thursday, about a little before noon, and I have to say, I knew going into this with my mom's situation was going to be an emotional roller coaster. But over the last 24 hours, I didn't expect it to be as much as it has been so soon. So just to back up a little bit, a few days ago, we were told my mom had 6 months to live, and so we were all mentally prepared for that. I think honestly, myself and my siblings were prepared for that, but my mom wasn't quite. And so we gave her the news, and with not a definite timetable, but it was going to be soon. Well, yesterday about this time, we were told that she has about 10 days to live, and that I was not expecting. And then later on in the afternoon, there was a glimmer of hope, but it was one of these things where it was just a glimmer of hope, and it was one of these things where if you wanted to psychologically latch onto that, but I didn't, and we reconfirmed it this morning that that was a false flag. She still has 10 days to live, probably 2 weeks maybe, and that's really hard to say. But here's the thing: she's accepted this, and she wants this. She wants to leave us on her own terms, and we respect that as her children. She's doing this with a remarkable amount of grace, much more than her children have. And that's all you can ask for, because it's really about her, and that's what we want. But, like, again, in my mind, I knew she had 6 months to live, and I prepared myself for this roller coaster, that I knew when that time was getting towards the end that I would be experiencing it, and these emotions and this stuff that's going on right now. I just didn't expect it to be this soon. But nonetheless, the result, the end result, is still going to be the same. It's just timetable's been sped up, and we're making plans now to make those final days of hers comfortable, and that's all that is that's all that matters to my mom and her children. And she probably won't be lucid the last few days. And you hope 10 days could turn into 2 weeks, so you get a little bit more time to have her, like, with you. But I know my experience with my father when he passed. I obviously didn't know this. The last time I'd speak to him was the last time I'd actually be able to speak to him, and that the last week of his life, it was just waiting for him to pass. I'm prepared for that with my mom. And here's the guilt part, is that the one night I'm not here, or the one day I leave, or even the moment I step out to go and make a stupid video or use the bathroom, that might be the moment. But I got to be kind to myself and know that I'm at peace with her leaving. And I can say that now. I'll probably change my mind, but right now, all this time holding her hand, I could say goodbye right now. But I know down the road that I'll say to myself, that wasn't enough time. But man, she's handling with a tremendous amount of grace. And it's a beautiful thing. But man, she has her appetite. My brother and I were joking yesterday when it was about lunchtime, and we were basically saying she can eat whatever she wants to eat. And so I said to Mom, a light bulb went off my head. Saying, "Mom, do you want Popeyes?" I wasn't joking. And she says, "I can't eat Popeyes." So like, you can't eat, or you won't eat, or you don't think you should eat, because you should enjoy whatever you want, Mom. And I think, I'd like to turn this into a morbid celebration. And so that said, yesterday she was cleared. About this time yesterday, she was cleared to eat solid food, which she hadn't done in the last few days, just because of complications and waiting for surgery. And that surgery is not going to happen because it's unnecessary. And so she said, well, I'm going to, she didn't panic, but she said, "I'm going to starve until I'm allowed to eat. She's obviously getting calories through liquid. But I just think, she loves food. And if you know my mom and you follow me, my mom loves food. And so the food here is fantastic at Adventist Shady Grove Hospital. And I was actually shocked how good the food was. And so her lunch came, and it's a full meal. I have no complaints with it. Keep in mind, she hadn't had any solid food for 48 hours or something like that, maybe more. And she wolfed down the vegetable soup. And I'm talking like it was a substantial vegetable soup. And she wolfed it almost all down. Took all the chunks of potatoes and tomatoes and really large mushrooms. Anyway, wolfed that down. I'm like, okay, Mom, rock on. And there was a huge mound of cantaloupe. I mean, a big mound of cantaloupe. Especially for an 83-year-old woman, let alone a 53-year-old man. And she wolfed it down. Almost down to like 2.5 pieces to the bottom. So, great. I was just worried, like, the digestive system's probably not going to like this, but whatever. And then this morning, my sister Loretta ran across the street to Krispy Kreme, got her a dozen fresh, nicely warm donuts. And I don't think my mom has had Krispy Kremes fresh out of the box. And if you ever had that, it is sublime. Those donuts melt in your mouth. And she wolfed that down, and every bit, and even all the bits of glaze that fell off. And she was like, "Wow, well, that's really good." I'm like, "I know, Mom." And I told my mom. It's one of my favorite Krispy Kreme's personal stories. Is one time when Nate was little, probably 4 or 5, it might have been my birthday. I drove down to Krispy Kreme. That's 15-20 minutes away from my house in Alexandria. Got a dozen fresh out, early in the morning. Drove home. And by the time I pulled into the driveway, no, Nate had been a baby at this point. I ate half of the box, and I was sick right after that. I told my mom. She got a good laugh out of that. But my mom's appetite, if that's my mom's last memory of watching her destroy a warm Krispy Kreme donut, that would make me very, very happy. So that's the thing. Is just like, just knowing that she's happy, and we're going to make her happy all the way until the moment that she's no longer with us, And the other thing is, in this entire time, she hasn't panicked, she hasn't had anxiety yet, and more importantly, she's just like literally telling us, like, I want to be buried in this. She told me, "Will, I want you to bring me flowers when you come visit me," and she wants to have her dentures in when she's buried, and it's just. She's making all these preparations in her head, and not even her head, she's expressing them, more importantly. But it's giving her something to do, and you can see her thinking about things, and not in a panicked way, but again, with grace. She's accepted this, like I said, better than her children have, and we want to make sure that, she's just comfortable. So, again, I hope something good comes from all of this, and I know something good will come from all of this. But I really can't ask for a better situation. Her care here has been top notch. And I know what the arrangements we're making for her right now, for her final days, are going to be great. All of her children are here, and we'll be here for her. So, thanks for watching, and I'll give you some more updates down the road.